Somebody's got to win, and it may as well be you. Subscribe now and never miss new content. Game 1, Vampires vs. Mono Green. Martyr of Dusk goes down on turn 2 instead of my Pridemate. My plan is to use the Martyr as a blocker or somehow get it killed to get the 1/1 lifelink token and help my Pridemate get an early counter. My opponent plays a Dryad Greenseeker and makes a misplay by attacking with his Llanowar Elves. As a general rule, Llanowar Elves aren't attackers. I'm able to block it down, remove his mana source, and generate that token. My turn for a misplay. I saved my token for no reason at all, but lucky for me, my opponent has nothing but another Llanowar Elf. Turn 4 Call to the Feast is strong here, and I should have attacked. Even if he had a Titanic Growth for that elf, I would have come out with 3 tokens and a 3/3 Pridemate, and a turn 5 Twilight Prophet with the City's Blessing without sweating. And that's if he blocks. If he doesn't block, the exchange works out even better for me. Another creature-based mana source for my opponent, and here that 3/3 Pridemate would have come in real handy. Again, lucky for me, the opponent is a little mana screwed, but he misplayed the first Llanowar Elf by attacking. I'm able to land my Twilight Prophet with the City's Blessing, giving me an extra card every turn, plus the potential for extra damage and life gain. My Legion Lieutenant comes out, and now he has to solve 4 2/2 vampires, and in return they'll make my Pridemate a 6/6. My opponent uses Blanchwood Armor on his Druid of the Cowl, giving him an apparent blocking threat. I draw into a murder. Even without it, he would still have to solve my Pridemate, which he can't do. Game 2 against the Mirror Match. Pridemate goes down first, planning on a turn 3 Skymarch Bloodletter and a 3/3 Pridemate combo, matched by my opponent's Bloodletter and a Call to the Feast. I went with Bishop's Soldier in order to get the lifelink going and boost up my Pridemate. My opponent went with Card Draw, but also lost a lot of valuable life by playing his Champion of Dusk. I solved it with a Ravenous Chupacabra. It gave me a body. That, combined with my Pridemate and Lifelinkers, was too much for my opponent, and he decides to scoop. Game 3 versus Mono Black Aggro. I'm taking early pressure here. I play a Skymarch Bloodletter, gain some life back, and use it as a blocker on my first 2 turns, but the pressure keeps coming. My decision to use a Chupacabra on his Chupacabra didn't pay off. He was able to use the Gravedigger to get it back. Here's the lesson of this game. More bodies is better. Next turn, the correct play would have been Call to the Feast, just to get the blockers in the way. Instead, I play another Skymarch, but I know he's got the Chupacabra. Next misplay is my Vampire Sovereign against Mono Black. I know full well he's got tons of removal, and all I need is bodies in the way, but alas, I'm getting murdered. Game 4 versus Red-Green Exploration. I have a Pridemate down, and my opponent has a Merfolk Branchwalker. I'm able to sneak in a turn 3 Skymarch to use as a blocker, but my opponent removes my Pridemate with a Rabid Bite. He's taking his sweet time with each turn, nice way to throw me off my game. Without a land on turn 4, I have to attack and wait. I do take the 6 damage, but I have plenty of life gain and I'm not worried about it too much at this point. Spitflame removes my first Skymarch Bloodletter and my Chupacabra gets countered, but at this point I have the card advantage and I know I can recover with life gain. I learned my lesson and happily use Call to the Feast to get some blockers in the way here. He drops an Icy Manipulator, and he misplays the timing. You can't tap a creature out of blocking. My token, combined with Moment of Triumph, helps me get back up to 10 health and remove his Merfolk Branchwalker. On my turn, Chupacabra is an easy choice to remove Marwyn. All I have to do now is attack and Sanctum Seeker does the rest. Helm of the Host doesn't help as much as he wants it to here. It doesn't copy any enchantments, just the creature it's attached to. All I have to do is attack. Whether or not my attacks land, Sanctum Seeker and Epicure of Blood together win the game. Game 5 versus Red-Green. Llanowar Elf versus Bishop's Soldier. My favorite turn 3 Skymarch play comes back. My opponent has an army of elves and plenty of mana ramp. Turn 4 Sanctum Seeker makes my Bloodletter apply some early pressure. I'm not worried about any threats at this point because I have plenty of removal, though a Carnage Tyrant would suck right now. Gaining early health is nice to help absorb some of this dinosaur damage. My Vampire Sovereign flies right over the elf army along with my Skymarch, and I can easily wrap up this game with flying. Even though he made a dragon token, I can murder or Moment of Triumph. Having options works for me.